The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the Morning Crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
And it's Friday.
I've created a monster, cause nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want shady, I'm chopped liver. Well, if you want shady, this is what I'll give you. A little bit of weed mixed with some hard liquor, some vodka that'll jumpstart my heart quicker than a shock when I get shocked at the hospital by the doctor when I'm not cooperating. When I'm rocking the table while he's operating.
Hey!
You waited this long to stop debating, cause I'm back, I'm on the brag and ovulating. I know that you got a job, Miss Cheney, but your husband's heart problem's complicating. So the FCC won't let me be, or let me be me, so let me see. They try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me.
Okay, let's go. Lollapalooza has begun, and it's going to be a wild weekend. Whether you're there or not, you just stay here with Q101 all weekend on our socials at Q101.com. You know, make sure you're following us. You'll be a part of it like yesterday if you didn't make it down. But before we get to Lollapalooza Day 2, remember, we have your last chance today to get there today and also have a special viewing experience with the 1975. You will be in a special area. No, it will not be me on my phone and giving you a link to FaceTime me. You will be there yourself. That'll be at 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock. Make sure you're right here with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And then later on, another big festival chance, Aftershock at 9. We'll get to that later on. But check in with us right now. What are you doing right now? Weekend is so close. Maybe you're going to Lolla. A lot of people checked in yesterday that, you know, haven't gotten a ticket or couldn't make it, or they're at work. Watch it on Hulu. How you just sit there and watch it at home.
Oh, yeah, right.
And it's not a bad option. Like I'm just saying.
Less warm, less money.
Warm. Yeah, exactly. All those things. I mean, today and yesterday were sold out, and Sunday sold out. Saturday might be sold out as far as I know by this point. I know there was a few tickets left for Saturday's portion of it, but I mean, yeah, it's not a bad deal to watch it on Hulu. I mean,
It's the same thing.
it's really weird to watch concerts live like that on your TV when you're in your own house, because in a way it's awesome, and it's also, whoa, those people were down there. I live right. I could get there. If I could have got there, it would have been nice.
I feel like that's so my speed. Like that's
Yeah.
to just be comfortable
Well, you were fine
and not
yesterday.
have to use a porta potty.
It didn't stop you yesterday from wearing your big high shoes. You know,
those were not that bad.
those were not high.
No,
Is that right?
they were boots.
I mean, they were amazing looking. I just thought they were a little high.
No,
You dress. I'm giving you a compliment. I'm not ripping on your boots.
that was a compliment.
That was a compliment.
Interesting.
How I give compliments.
I would have loved to know what your vows were.
Hey, we're gonna do this.
Yeah, that's
You know,
your bit.
It's funny when the priest that did the vows at my wedding 2 years ago. He said whatever he was saying, and then I just said yup, and I go, oh. I mean, I do. I didn't realize that was the part where I was supposed to say I do. I thought he was just kind of continuing all the preamble, and I was a little distracted and emotional.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I do. Yes, I do.
Yikes.
I love you.
Yikes.
I love you. But check in here early with us, whether you were there or not, your vibe this morning and getting rid of, yesterday and moving on to today and a weekend of hopefully some insane stuff for you guys. Give us a check in.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Well, it's Brian and Kenzie here, Q101 Lollapalooza Day 2. And before we move forward, with that, go to Q101's Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that for all the pictures and video you may have missed. Billie Eilish last night, outstanding, incredible, came out in the full Bulls uniform, not just the jersey, the shorts.
She looked like she was about to hit the court, baby.
Yeah, so she took like her dad's clothes and put them on there, but it was epic. Obviously the jersey's a big thing with Lollapalooza, but her coming out with the Black Bulls jersey and the big baggy shorts was epic.
I love her.
Also, we have some insiders. We walk around there and do our thing, and I didn't hydrate enough yesterday. I know that because when I got home, I was a mess. Got to drink water. If you're out there, drink tons of water or Pedialyte, whatever
And
you go.
make sure that you don't just drink beverages. You have to eat.
Yes.
If you're going to stay out there the whole time, you have got to eat something.
And here's the thing I give, the recommendation for festival rules. It's survival rules like the military do. Eat when you're not hungry, drink when you're not thirsty. Because if you wait, the line is so long and then you can't get that thing when you're starving for it. So just eat ahead, drink ahead.
Don't wait till you're about to pass out to go get a water. Yeah.
Now, some anonymous people checking in about some of the things. There were 300 medical responses on day one alone. It was the hottest day. At least it's going to be a little cooler, somewhat today and the rest of the weekend.
We were dying.
It was a lot.
Because it's on, a lot of the food and bar is stretched out.
It's all on Columbus
across
Boulevard.
The road.
Yeah.
Right, it's black pavement. There's not a tree in sight. There's no shade.
It's like Woodstock 99.
Oh my God. That's how I felt.
If you haven't seen that documentary.
I'm like, start on fire.
Watch that documentary if you haven't. But
That's so good.
Look at my neck. I got a redneck. See that? I didn't put suntan lotion on. See that?
You used to call yourself a redneck? What'd you say?
Look at my neck's red. That's where redneck came from. Because they get a burnt tan on their neck, but they have a t-shirt on, so they're not like tan all over. That's where the word redneck came from.
Why didn't you put on sunscreen?
I'm gonna do it. Because it's like carrying an umbrella. It's emasculating.
You actually just put it on first before you go.
I know, but just knowing that.
You don't have to carry on the bottle for it to work. Is that what you think?
Put it in a holster.
You think you have to bring it and hold it in front of your face? Sunblock.
I kind of thought so.
It's not what the object is.
I know, and that's bad for people with skin cancer. I know, wear sunscreen, but I just I don't know. I don't do it.
I'm big on sunscreen.
And you'd think I would, was as pale as I am, but I just don't
but
get in the
it's
sun.
not about that. You should wear it even in the winter. It's
I
not
know.
about that.
I know. Megan does that because she has very, fair skin being Irish. So it's like she wears sunscreen just to go to the grocery store.
But it's not about burning. I don't burn.
Yeah.
I do not burn. It's about protecting your skin so you don't look like an old rag.
Like a baseball mitt later on.
It's not good for you. Good Lord.
I know. All right, fine. I'll get some sunscreen today. It's Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Well, we're talking facts to make your brain go. And really, the listeners have surprised me more than even some of the things I was going to give you from celebrities that have in their homes about something that you have in your home that no one else has. And 908 checked in. He has a commercial-grade slushy machine in his house.
It's amazing.
I mean, the picture of it is just what you imagine. It looks so perfect and amazing. And I know a lot of people, there's so many things that have been checked in here that blew my mind. My husband has golf discs, a lot of them, and has his own basket. It's the first year we got decorated with lights and displays. A second Christmas tree they have in their house, too. 2 Christmas trees. Rachel has a face cast of the actor who played Frankenstein's monster in her house.
Someone said they have a solid statue of Spider-Man.
Oh, man.
Like a solid, full-blown statue in their house.
I wonder where it is. Is it in the bedroom?
Oh, God.
Allie checked in. I have a bidet. Those are more and more popular now. I don't know if that's as unusual as we'd think, but I'll probably get a bidet in a place that I end up buying someday. It'd be great. But what I was teasing when I did this was this actor has a pig farm and a barn, collectible gas station art, including Mobil's Pegasus logo, which has bullet holes in it. That's Rainn Wilson from The Office.
Oh, yeah.
How about this, though? Sheryl Crow has death masks that were created back in the day when a person died. They put a death mask on them, including William McKinley and William Howard Taft, former presidents, had this thing. So she has these in her house, death masks.
Did they not keep them on when they were buried? Or how did
That's
she
what
keep
they
them?
did. So I know. That's a good point. Maybe they brought them up and said, we don't need this anymore. We don't do death masks anymore. The fashion's gone.
It's just weird because how did you have them if someone was wearing them?
Sheryl Crow is evil.
She's a grave robber.
She is. And I keep checking in here at 312-591-8300. Those things that you have in your house that no one has. Do you have something in your house you think that's like unique, Kenzie? That
Actual stadium chairs from Wrigley.
That is bad ass.
We have our season tickets. When they redid it, we got the season ticket chairs that the family sat in for the World Series and stuff. So we have those.
That's pretty awesome.
It's less awesome because once we do the basement, they're going to go there. But right now they're in our bedroom, which I'm not super excited about.
Well, we've talked about selling those seats.
I would like our room to be themed after our wedding or something.
Instead of Wrigley.
Instead of stadium.
And think about the people that sat in those all those years. Did you guys Febreze them up and clean them up a little bit?
I hope so. I don't know. We don't sit in them now.
Bruce, one of our crew members from Georgia, checked in. He has 3 human-powered submarines in his house.
I don't even know what that means.
What's those things that sank? Like that kind of deal.
What's a human-powered submarine, though?
Well, it's got pedals on it, so there's no motor. Like, it actually can go under, but you pedal to make the propeller go.
That sounds like a bad idea, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, I don't know if the bodies are still in them. If it's not, I'm sure those worked back in the day. You know, back in the old days, olden times.
Powered by pedals?
Yeah. I
You're
mean,
underwater?
I know you'll get tired. Maybe someone else would not get tired if you got under. What if you get under and you just get exhausted?
You just sink?
I guess.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
At least those people.
What if you go too low and then you just don't have the energy to get it?
Well, like those people would have a chance at least in that Titanic thing. If you had to pedal to live and you were
They
tired.
literally exploded. I had nothing to do with pedals.
Maybe because they didn't have enough power to keep going up. And maybe if you saw that, you heard the little kink.
They were descending.
I understand, but maybe it was just starting to bow. And he said, start pedaling, man. We got to get up. If they had pedals.
Yeah, that would have been faster than an engine.
Might have helped him out. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Some facts that make your brain go boom. But you guys actually surprised, like I said, more than some of the ones from celebrities. Coming up, how I didn't get into Lollapalooza yesterday, how I had to get into Lollapalooza.
Jesus.
They tried to ban me from Lollapalooza yesterday.
You got denied.
Banned. I like to use that word.
Nope.
After
denied.
after staying, it's Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Q101, Brian and Kenzie, and people still checking in with things they have in their house that no one else has. In a second, we'll tell you how I was banned from Lollapalooza yesterday. But Kelly checked in from the region. My boyfriend has over 1,300 unopened Hot Wheels and sent a picture of it. It's amazing. I hope, Kelly, can we post that picture? I don't know if that's a deal breaker or a red flag if you walk in a room like that at the boyfriend's house, Kenzie. Like you walk in, he goes like, hey, I want to show you my Hot Wheels collection.
I think it's better than a couple bins worth of Playboys. I'd rather be with that guy.
Is that right? I have more than a couple bins, by the way.
That's weird.
It's about 8 bins.
That's creepy.
But they're not out there in a room. They're all hidden in bins, in totes, if you will.
That's good that you don't have him sitting out for Harper to read her first reading instead of Dr. Seuss.
Good Night Moon is this one, Harper. Now here's August 1997.
Here's Marilyn Monroe.
Also, someone has a skunk that I think they hit in their car and then they boiled
I don't know.
it.
This is odd to me. They said they have a roadkill skunk,
Mm-hmm.
and then they boiled its head so they just have the skull.
To get all the stuff off.
Right. But what I want to know is, it's not like you hunted it and you're like, well, I'm proud. So what made you collect a dead skunk?
You could have accelerated.
For the skull.
Is accelerating hunting?
No. Not like fair hunting. I don't think you could be like, I'm an excellent hunter. I hit it with my car.
It is a skunk and they suck. But hey, well, you know, some people have interesting things in their homes. We'll move this over to Facebook and add on there. Things that you have in your home that no one else has in their home. Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So yesterday, we go to Lollapalooza, of course, day one. What a party, what a fun time to get down there. Look forward to it every year. You know, me, Kenzie, Case the producer, make that pilgrimage down Columbus Boulevard, down to Michigan, get there to the gate. And we have to go in this area that's a media area to get our wristbands because we have to go backstage to interview artists. You see all that at Q101's Facebook page and
The
Instagram.
broadcast is back there.
All that stuff is all back there. So we need these everybody gets a wristband, but ours have to say media on them. So we go in there, and Kenzie goes up, boom, gets her wristband, all good. Case goes up there. Case, the producer, gets his, boom, all done. I go up there, and I say, well, what's your name again? And I give the name. I go, okay, well, whatever. It's hard. Very popular name, Brian Haddad. Very popular.
Yes.
Tough name. And all of a sudden, you're not on our list. You're not here. We don't have a wristband for you. And I go, well, that's impossible. I mean, I'm here with Q101, and we're doing the thing, and I got to do all this stuff, and maybe look again. Take another look. And they take another look. And then someone actually recognizes me from backstage. She used to work here as an intern. She goes, hey, Brian, how's it going? Remember? Yeah. I'll look for your band for you. She takes a look. No media wristband. Huh. I thought maybe, what did I do at a past Lollapalooza that I can't recall? That maybe it got me red flagged. Maybe it got me banned from Lollapalooza. A lot of things I don't want to talk about here today. But I thought maybe that's what happened. And then I was asked the question, you did fill out the email application for credentials back in March, didn't you, Brian? And that's when I thought, did I? And it came to, through a lot of logistical analysis that I didn't. And I forgot to fill out my form for media credentials.
Well, it's really clearly our boss's fault because they only sent us about 27 reminder emails
clearly
over the course of March, April, May, and June.
Yeah.
So you're going to say it wasn't one email in March Because the first time they emailed me, I didn't do it either because I was busy. But then maybe the 5th email, I was like, well, now I have time.
Yeah.
Do you
Also,
see?
I've been here a few more minutes than Kenzie in the station. I should have known the routine.
It's not difficult. They also, here's what blows my mind, is that they sent us so many emails to do this. Then they sent emails saying, like, if you haven't done it, here's what's going to happen. Then you, me, and Case have had to talk about Lollapalooza for weeks. And at no point in time did it click in that you never applied to we're going over interviews we have to do. Did you think that you were so important that Lollapalooza just was like, make sure Brian's here. We're going to write down, is it like without you applying?
Yeah, I did.
Is that what you imagined?
I did.
Interesting.
I've been going to Lollapalooza since it was a traveling festival back in the early 90s. I figured I was on a list that was perpetual. I thought I was always going to have these credentials. And even though it was talked about, even though the emails came, which, by the way, I want to defend myself a little bit on the emails. We have taken so much training about not opening spam emails that I don't open any of my emails anymore. I don't look at emails. I don't go to them because I'm afraid if I open that email, I will have to go do training again, HR training.
Right, but one of the biggest HR training moments is if you receive it multiple times, it's a good sign. Or you could have walked down the hall and asked Dan Purcell, who was the one sending the 27 emails.
I can't get in a conversation with Dan.
You can't do that?
I can't. No. Dan's a no closer.
So
I can't get
now-
out of there.
Now, Case and I had to do all of the work for Lala. Well, you perused around general admission in a bad mood.
I would say I was in a bad mood. I would say I did
for
more.
your own mistake.
I would say I did more of the work. I got 23,000 steps in going around talking to the people outside while you were backstage in that situation.
Doing the interviews we were supposed to do?
That's right. You did the interviews, which was great. I appreciate you.
And multiple live breaks.
And some food, some free food you got too as well, free drinks.
No, because they only cater dinner. So I got nothing for free and I had to work.
That's a shame. But I did go out there and I, met up with some, I discovered some new artists that I wasn't planning on the BMI stage. I love that stage over there in the trees. It's very nice. I saw all kinds of people. I went to the merch tents and I just really was a communal experience that Lollapalooza was meant to be in the beginning. That's what I did yesterday out there in the general population.
The best is we tried to get you back there. Then we had to spend our time working on that. And then leaving the media area to go hang out with you in general admission just for you to be in a pissy mood as if we had anything to do with you not getting your wristband. It was 110% you.
I just would have tried harder in your situation, your in-case situation. Maybe you can, amp up the try. Would have been nice.
You know what would have been nice?
What's that?
If you applied for your media badge and then no one had to do anything.
That's true. It might have been nicer.
Took about 2 minutes.
Well, listen, I'll be out there with the people in the Gen Pop of Lollapalooza today. So look for me, and I'll maybe buy you some mac and cheese if the right person comes up to me and says hello. One person gets mac and
specific.
cheese. Maybe because I want some of the mac and cheese. Look delicious.
It's very odd choice.
See you Lollapalooza, day 2. It's Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And can't wait to have Nick Hexum in the studio when 311 comes back around. We'll have Nick and maybe Peanut stopping by. One of my faves of all time. I've seen 311. It's oddly specific. I wouldn't say they're like my favorite band of all time, but I've probably seen them 15 times. They always deliver. And fun fact, they are the longest running band with the original lineup of any band, of any genre, anything. 311.
I hear the words 311 and I immediately think of that's the shift I would like to work. Because 7-Eleven is 7 days a week, 11 hours a day. 311, 3 days a week.
Yeah.
I don't know about the 11 hours a day, but you know what I'm saying? I just pitched that the other day that I think we should always run a best ofs on Wednesdays. We work to rest like Jesus and then work 2 more.
No, that's getting pushed up to management right now. We'll see if that comes through. We'll see how that works out.
But 311, I'm in.
In about 3 minutes, going to remind you why you have to be here Monday morning at exactly this time. It benefits you more than anybody, and we'll tell you what that is in a second. First, Gil Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Jon Stewart, John Mulaney, and Pete Davidson are going on a comedy tour together. Show up about a half hour late and you should have a good time. Disney may turn The Mandalorian into a movie. Hopefully they'll release it on the same day as Barbie 2, so we can have Barbalorian. Mark Zuckerberg eats 4,000 calories per day. Impressive for a human, even more impressive for a cyborg. And today is Meghan Markle's birthday, or as the royal family knows it, Friday. This is not headline news.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.